This is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for the week ending February 8th, 2025. After Donald Trump became president, he announced his dreams and plans for the world. The USA, which recognizes no limits in recklessness and banditry, has now announced its dreams for Gaza after Panama, Greenland, and Mexico. They want to turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East. Donald Trump may want to bring the whole world under America's hegemony, but the people of the world have their own will and the right to self-determination. The Palestinian people will respond to his boundless arrogance with resistance. Gaza belongs to the Palestinians. Palestine belongs to the Palestinians. USA and Israel, take your bloody hands off Palestine. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. February 6th marked the anniversary of the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria. In the February 6th, 2023 earthquakes, 1/5 of Turkey was destroyed. Due to the AKP's corruption, nepotism, lack of oversight, substandard materials, and fraudulent permits, buildings that either collapsed or should have been demolished became graves for 50,000 people. 14 million people were affected by these earthquakes. 1.5 million people were left homeless. 230 million tons of debris were dumped on us. They turned our lives into rubble. We were buried under debris the size of Mount Erciyes. While aid poured into the earthquake zone from around the world, the AKP obstructed the relief efforts. No one was held accountable. The vast majority of people are still living in container camps. Another US attack is aimed at revolutionaries in Turkey. Because the revolutionary struggle continues in Turkey and refuses to surrender to imperialism under any circumstances, the US puppet AKP arrests everyone who does not align with its views, especially revolutionaries. They are thrown into high-security S, R, and Y-type prisons, which revolutionaries call well-type prisons. Just like the people of Gaza, free prisoners are responding with resistance. Currently, prisoners on hunger strike: Mulla Zincir, Buca high-security prison, since November 13th. Serkan Onur Yilmaz, Antalya high-security prison, since October 20th, 2024. Sercan Ahmet Aslan, Buca high-security prison, since November 10th. Bakı Can Işık, Sincan No. 2 high-security prison, since December 19th. Bakı Can's mother, Yurdagul Gümüş, since January 1st, 2025. There is resistance to the HTS on the Syria-Lebanon border. Armed villagers captured HTS bandits and dragged them to the Lebanese border. Recently, reports have emerged daily about HTS militants massacring the Alawite population in Syria. It seems that the people are rising up against this oppression and brutality. Fascism in Turkey is trying to silence the people through oppression. On February 3rd, new forced transfers took place to the S, R, and Y-type prisons mentioned in our second report. 20 prisoners were transferred. One of the prisoners, Fikret Akar, who was sent to Çorlu Y-type prison on February 3rd, sent a letter describing the conditions. He reported that cells are 3 times 4 meters. Toilets and sinks are inside the cell. They are forced to go out for exercise alone. While on a 3-day hunger strike, the prison administration deliberately withheld sugar in an attempt to break the resistance. In his letter, Fikret Akar stated that they would start a resistance, and a new hunger strike resistance may have already begun. February 6th and 7th, actions were held in honor of Kyriakos Ximiteris, an anarchist in Greece who was martyred in the struggle for people's rights and freedoms. A monument was erected for him in Exarchia, Athens' famous leftist neighborhood. 500 people participated in a march in central Athens. The memory of Kyriakos Ximiteris will live on in the struggle of the peoples of the world. February 2nd, 1943, Hitler's fascist army was defeated in Stalingrad. On the 82nd anniversary of this victory, we commemorate the soldiers of the Red Army and the martyrs with respect. Fascism has been condemned by the peoples of the world. The Stalingrad victory still guides our struggle. It is the torch in our hands. And that is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for this week. For news outside the mainstream, follow us on social media. See you next week.